Hello, so this is a new type of video I'm going to be showing on this channel, which is a photo card storing video, and I've been kind of putting off making this kind of video because I suck at holding on to photo cards, and I haven't really had an opportunity to go and buy myself a new folder for my collections other than Signature. But I found this when I was cleaning my room out this morning, and it was the folder I used to have my Ginny collection in. But I've decided to stop collecting Ginny. Nothing against her, I still support her, I still listen to her music, but I just don't think collecting her photo cards is something I enjoy anymore. So yeah. Apologies if you can hear my fan. I'm not going to be turning it off because it is boiling in my room, and because it's just in the sun all day long. But then conveniently, when I want to film a video, I never get good lighting. So you can kind of see who I'm going to be storing today. We've got some semi cards, some Hanor cards, we've got my Nancy cards from Momoland, and some like misc photo cards as well. These three will go in this one, and my signature will go in my signature folder as always. So yeah, let's get started. Now, this may be a bit awkward for me to film because just of the way my tripod sits, but I will try my very best to film this not so awkwardly. So basically, I had a Korean seller reach out to me the other day, well, a couple weeks ago actually, and basically say, hey, know a bunch of people who are selling some semi photo cards. Is there any you're missing? Like, what's going on? Well, actually, they originally reached out to me just to sell a Polaroid, and they basically just kept offering me more and more stuff. So I ended up buying a lot of merch from this person, and I also spent a ridiculous amount of money. But would I do it again? Yeah, I would. So I've got some pretty cool funky cards, and I've got some of my favourite photo cards that have taken me probably years to find at this point. And I've also started collecting broadcasts. Yay! I said to myself, once I get my collection mostly complete, I will start collecting broadcast photo cards. And I've finally gotten to that point. So, this is her jump up card from Dear Diary Moment, which is a very awkwardly shaped card, but because it's thinner and longer than other cards, well, the standard size photo cards, which is kind of annoying, but it also doesn't really matter that much. So this is this page complete now. Yay! And I also have this Shopee card, which is gorgeous in these sunglasses, which I didn't know, but apparently this card was actually really hard for Korean fans to get hold of. I don't know much about Shopee or how they, do their business, but yeah, it was actually it was easier for once for international fans to buy this photo card. And this era was back when like online video calls and stuff like that and pre-order benefits as a concept were just taking off to this level. And I've got two photo cards for this page. How exciting. So I've got Hans Music, and I've got this Everline Offline 4. This is one of the hardest cards to find, I think, for Signature. I don't know why, I just don't think many people applied for the event. And I actually have a Polaroid of her in this outfit. So I'm really, really thankful to finally have this photo card. It's been like my number one photo card I've been looking out for. But yeah, how have you guys enjoyed the new Signature album? Let's be real, it could have had more songs on the album, but I think that's my favourite song out of the three. Then Pungdang, it seems to be that they're kind of sticking with the summery girl group sound, which I actually really, really enjoy. I think it's just very fresh compared to what other groups are releasing at the moment, and yeah, I don't know. It's just nice to be able to have that kind of concept back in K-pop. I've also got two photo cards for this page. Again, for some reason this one was really hard to find. Again, I don't think many people applied for the event because these are both offline photo cards, which meant it was a real in-person fan sign in Korea. There was something else I wanted to talk about in this video, but I can't actually really remember. It's gone from my head, like completely gone from my head. Oh, I had a one-to-one call with Semi the other week, last week, I don't know why I said the other week, it was last week. And it was really nice. We literally just talked about video games the entire time. So, actually, I keep thinking I have the photo card for this page. So, I do technically own this photo card, but because the way I bought this from the Korean seller is basically they put their photo cards in the package, then they gave it to their friend put their photo cards in the package, then they gave it to another friend who put their photo cards in the package and then sent the package to me, and somewhere this photo card was forgotten. So I've kind of texted them and be like, hey, I don't have this card, can you please send it to me? And they go, yeah, I'll text my friend. So, oh my god, of course there's a plane going by. So yeah, I do have it, just not on hand. So hopefully they do send it soon. And finally, this one. I love this card. I really, really love this card. But yeah, they offered me a lot of rare stuff as well. So obviously I have the Polaroid, which is from their last fan sign of My Little Aurora era. And it was also the same event where they did the Genie cover. By SNSD, which is lovely. And then they offered me this, it's like a Polaroid, but it's more of a postcard. It was basically from like a birthday cafe event they did in Korea. Not signature, as in fans did it in Korea. And you could go into this photo booth and you could take this like instant picture. It's a photo booth. Semi came and she took a picture, and I think she took a few and she handed them out to fans. So it's technically like a Polaroid, where it's one of a kind, but it's like in a postcard form. It's really hard to describe. I'll show it on my Instagram maybe one day. But yeah, and then the New Year's like card event as well, where they wrote a card, and people won it. It's pretty self-explanatory. And what else was there? There's something else. There's 3 things. No, yeah, that is 3 things. I'm so stupid. They offered me a lot more, don't get me wrong. Like, there was signed cups from the fan cafe event. But I said no, like I've already spent a lot of money so far. But yeah, anyways, this is my first broadcast card from My Little Aurora. Isn't it gorgeous? It kind of sucks that it doesn't really seem like a broadcast card, if that makes sense. Like, it just seems like a normal pre-order benefit, especially because it's really similar to one of the pre-order benefits, but I still like it. I'm so glad I got it. And this one, I have another broadcast card. It's actually signed. I was really hoping I would be able to get this signed, and I did. So yay, I love this card so much. This one seems more like a broadcast, but I think that's also because it's signed, it seems like that. I've completed a lot of pages, I just realised today. Like, so many pages. Oh no, I've missed one from this page. So, I also have this ID card from a From event, which was basically like they had 100 days with the company, and I think if you were either already signed up or you signed up with them, you got it in the post. I didn't sign up at this point, but I did do this event, and I'm still missing this one. So I don't think I'm ever going to get that other Polaroid. It's just such a stupidly rare card, but maybe one day, maybe if I'm hopeful. Obviously I have all the pre-order benefits for us in the summer, and I have a broadcast for this era. Again, it doesn't really look like a broadcast, but I'm still happy to have it. So I'm getting really close to finishing this. And the final card I have for Semi is this streaming card. I definitely spent way too much money on this card. So basically, if you don't know, for the last like 2 eras, they've done like this streaming event where if you stream the song title track a certain number of times, blah blah blah, you win a set of photo cards and a Polaroid. For this one, there's only 10 winners. I think it was 10. For some reason I heard it was 5, but the seller told me it was 10. But yeah, I paid a lot of money for this, so because I didn't win the event. I don't even know how to do it for this era, so I'm probably going to be spending a lot of money on her streaming card for this era, because I think there's like free streaming events. I don't know, I'm going to have to wait until I see people who've won it. But it's my favourite photo card of her. It's like my favourite stage outfit, and she's got the cat ears. Like, how could I not have this photo card? And yeah, it's just more placeholders, because obviously Sweetie But Salty is now out, and they've been going crazy with their pre-order benefits. My fucking god, it's just like, slow down a little bit please. But yeah, hopefully I should have those soon. Also, I'm planning when I get paid next, or when I come back from like my little holiday in July, is to buy some 9 pocket pages for my semi-pre-order benefits. Oh, where is she? Semi-pre-order benefits. Because I feel like it's getting to the point I kind of want to keep, I don't want to buy 2 folders yet, basically. So I'm going to try to use some 9 pockets so I get at least 1 more photo card on the page. Or maybe 10 pockets, I haven't quite decided yet. And then I'm also going to be buying like 2 pocket pages and 4 pocket pages, so I can also put larger inclusions in a folder. I haven't decided whether I'm going to buy a separate folder for larger inclusions yet, or if I'm just going to keep it with this one. I will probably buy a separate one, but because I have a lot of larger inclusions, so yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Oh my god, I've just tried to set up a little bit off camera, and then I realised I haven't even got like my sleeves out. I'm so stupid. Why have I even put them? Okay, so yeah, cafe. So ideally I would want to like switch to a higher quality thing, because I literally got this off AliExpress. However, what can you do? I bought this when I was like a baby collector. So I'm not going to do this in alphabetical order, or am I? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Okay, I will do this in alphabetical order, kind of. So we're going to start off with Kiss of Life, and you're gonna get a bit of everything. You're gonna get a bit of sleeving, a bit of placeholders. Like, I'm completely setting up this new on camera, which is not something I do very often. Yeah, so I've had a bit of a crisis the last couple of days over my collection. You know, I just did my massive haul video, but I've actually been thinking, like, maybe I don't want to collect this amount of people anymore. Like, maybe I want to tone it down a little bit. Just, you know, chill out with collecting. Because I don't know, it just seems... So I recently dropped Purple Kiss OT6, and don't get me wrong, I still do really, really love Purple Kiss, but I either want to collect them all, like all the members, or none of them, you know what I mean? And I just don't think I'm in a like healthy mind place. My mind is all over the place all the time, but I just don't think it's right for me to collect them now. So maybe I'll come back, because I don't really have a bias either, so it's not like I could just slim it down to like 1 or 2 members. Like, I genuinely just love them all the same, which is kind of the same for the other group, but you know what it's like to have your favourite member. So I've decided to drop them. I've also decided to drop Ray from Ive. Again, they're just too expensive to collect, really, and getting scammed out of like a bunch of cards and hearing that you know, loads more people are getting scammed out of them. It's just kind of disheartening, and it's like, do I really want to keep risking getting scammed, especially when I wasn't planning on like buying their albums and trading? Not that you can't get scammed through trading, but you know what I mean. I don't know, it's just a lot to think about. Don't get me wrong, I still do love these groups, and I got very impulsive when collecting them, but as well, I just hoard a lot of things. Like, I cleaned out my room this morning and I've still got more stuff that I need to like put away, and it's just like, how do I have this much stuff? Like, I've just donated a bunch of albums from groups I don't collect or have never really collected properly. I just bought their albums for the sake of having their albums, and then they sat under my bed because I had no space to actually put them, because I was prioritising my favourite groups instead. So I don't know, it's just lots to think about, really. I'm trying to do this on camera, but it's just, my shoulders hurt. Especially as well when I work such like a tiring job. I work in childcare. And it's just like, I don't earn a lot of money doing it, even though I work like 40 hours a week. And I want to be able to spend the money I do earn like on the groups that really matter to me, like Cignature, Weekly, who've really shot up to my, they've always been one of my favourite groups, but like I've never felt like more special collecting a group other than Cignature and Weekly. Kiss of Life, I love Kiss of Life. I would love to collect OT4 and some Hanel pre-order benefits, but because I've gone crazy, collected other groups, you know, whatever. Young Posse, I'd love to be able to, you know, just keep collecting them as much as possible. I'd love to go back, and I'd love to collect more members of Momoland, but it's just, I don't know, being hopeful, I guess. I was also going to put Vivi in this folder, but for some reason, because I joined a group order and I pretty much got all of her like debut era photo card, not debut era, but like Lucemble debut era photo cards, but they haven't arrived yet, so I don't really want to buy more VV cards if they haven't arrived and they've somehow got lost, and it'll make me sad, and I'll just be like, okay, I'm not even going to collect her anymore. But yeah, it's just a lot of placeholders now. I haven't really got around to collecting Midas Touch, and they've just released a new single. However, I think it is just going to be like a digital only. Like, there's going to be no physical release, which is making me think it's kind of like a pre-release for a future album. But yeah, I don't even know what's going. I feel like I'm just like whispering into the mic's ear. Not that microphones have ears, but you know what I mean. I really love Midas Touch. It was like the song that like cemented like, okay, this will be a group I will love forever. Oh, also, I want to collect some XG photo cards. Now, XG, they're not K-pop obviously, but they promote the same way a K-pop group does, and some of their photo cards are just gorgeous. I think my favourite member is Harvey. I'm kind of stuck between like her and Maya, but yeah, I bought myself I got really bored on the bus to work one day, so I bought myself a ticket for their concert in London in November. So I'm gonna go by myself and skip work for a day, spend a day in London by myself. And, you know, I kind of want to have some photo cards to take with me so I can show my support for my favourite members and the group as a whole. But, yeah, it's kind of expensive to collect them. So, again, I kind of want to sell some of the groups so I can have the money to be able to buy groups I listen to on a day-to-day basis. Like, XG has been literally on repeat so much for me. Anyways, that's Hanel. I will go back in my spare time and add, like, labels to all of these, but oh my god, I need some more pages. Okay, do I have any more? That's the question. I do. Oh, there we go. I don't even think I'm going to need that many more pages, but let's just see where we're at. Let's just put these ones in here. I like collecting niche groups as well. Like, I think a group being hard to collect is what makes collecting fun. Like, that's kind of why I liked Signature, because it wasn't like I could buy all the photo cards at once. Like, I really had to hunt and look for them. I'm sorry, I'm just taking like a couple sips of my tea before it goes cold. Oh, is this gone all out of order? Okay, so let's talk about momoland. So I've kind of been like all over the place with collecting, but a group, oh god, oh, I thought I put it upside down then. A group I've never stopped collecting is momoland. I used to collect all 9 members back when the group was obviously a 9-member group, and I had it complete. Like, I had it complete and it stayed complete for ages and ages and ages. However, I needed money for other things at the time, like really badly, so I had to sell my collection. But I kept Nancy, because Nancy's my bias. And I heard she's signed with the same company as Ginny, so I'm hoping she becomes a soloist. Oh, and Dewey as well has recently just signed with a company. It's a company that doesn't have any other artists under it, so I'm wondering if it's like a company she's established herself, because during Queendom Puzzle, she was like her own manager. Like, she took herself to all the events, she paid for everything. So I think she's going to debut solo soon, so I will collect her, and I may go back and collect her momoland cards as well, because she was my second bias, or my second favourite member. Yeah. But I just love knowing that I've had her collection complete for so long, and it's never one that I've ever wanted to sell, and I think it will stay that way forever. Because I love momoland, I still listen to them. I still go back and I watch their old content. It's a shame that the group isn't together anymore. I feel like they really could have... Sorry, I keep hiccuping and burping in my mouth. That's really gross, but I feel like they really could have become something. And there's been so much stuff that's come out about their old company, MLD. Like Lapillus, a group I was going to collect but decided against it. Just because the company went silent basically on Lapillus, and my bias Shanti kind of also disappeared, which is really concerning. But yeah, it basically, what's come out in the news recently is that they haven't reapplied for the trademark of Lapillus's name as a group, which basically means they haven't paid their fees to keep the copyright, which isn't as bad as it sounds. Like, it's not like they've suddenly disbanded or anything, but it basically means if any other person were to go, I want to use Lapillus, they could do that without, like, consequence. So I don't really know what they're thinking. One of their boy groups also disbanded, like, quite quickly after debut, and the groups that they have, debuted recently aren't doing very well. So I don't know. Anyways, we're going to go on to my misc photo card section, aka collections I'm kind of too attached to sell. My first one is Red Square. Red Square was a group I was like going to collect, because a lot of the members were from a old K-pop group called Good Day, which is where some signature members are from as well. I was a big fan of Good Day. However, Red Square didn't disband, but they rebranded to Iris, or Iris, however you pronounce it. And I was going to collect them, because but they kind of like released one physical album and dipped, which I could go and collect like I have done with Red Square. Like their photo cards and their album is everywhere because it was a very, very, very popular debut. But I don't know, I just never have really gotten around to it. Maybe one day I'd like to, because I love all the members. But yeah, again, I still have their debut EP, like, well, debut single. They called it an EP, but it's a single. I still have it on repeat all the time. It's one of my favourite K-pop songs ever. So yeah, I probably will never ever sell these cards. Next one is this Polaroid I have of Haeyeon from High L. Again, I don't know why I keep standing groups with really fucked up companies. So this is a Polaroid signed to my name. I don't care about showing it, to be honest, because well, it's rumoured that she's going to re-debut, but yeah, it's a very niche thing, you know, and it's like it's signed to my name. Who is going to try and copy it unless their name is also the same as mine? But apparently she's going to re-debut. I'd love to go back and collect her photo cards, but again, really niche group, no one's really selling them. And this last one is Arias. Can you sense a pattern with all these photo cards? Again, very niche group. Company did them dirty, and I'm still holding on to their cards as emotional attachment. I never collected. I was going to collect them like as OT6, but because they never kind of went further than their debut EP, I kind of just left it as the 2 photo cards I pulled. But yeah, so let's just do a quick flip through of this. I'm sorry about the glare. Perfect. Okay, that's all. Bye bye.